tuned into Condor Online. This is the Shakedown. I am Royzy I got my guy with me, goes by the name of Rugz.
Yes.
Yes. Rugz in the building. Long time in the game. Been doing it a very long time, but we're going to go into that. You know, always sharing wisdom on the show. First thing I want to talk about is networking for artists. It is important for you to network. You can't just keep releasing music and expect for someone just to magically appear in your inbox and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to give you all these shows, I'm going to give you everything you want. You're going to have to reach out to all different promoters, all different artists, and obviously speak to them and network, and obviously keep promoting with them and get yourself a show or two. Obviously do make sure that you're speaking to the right people. It's pointless if you're an acoustic artist messaging a hip-hop promoter. It's just not going to work out. So make sure you're contacting the hip-hop promoters for the hip-hop and the urban scene. Number two, festivals. It is that time of year. It's festival season coming up. You do need to contact all the festivals and let them know you're available to perform all over the country, from Hertfordshire right down to London to Liverpool. Do pester them, do harass them, and just keep messaging them. Your media pack. If you haven't got a media pack, next episode I'm going to show you how to do a media pack, okay? But let's get into the show with my guy Rugz. Why are you called Rugz?
Yes. I'm called Rugz because it's short for Rugrat. That was my original name growing up, you know. I was that youth, the little Rugrat, you know what I'm saying? Running down the back alleyways when there was alleys, you know. And then I shorted to Rugz because people just stopped calling me Rugrat and call me Rugz, and people call me Rugz, and it's like, okay then.
Just keep it moving. It's simple. It's my type of guy. I like everything simple. Keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate them. That's what I always say. You know what I'm saying? But long time in the game. You've been doing it now for at least 18 years, I think, or 16 years.
Pressing on that easy. Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about your journey. Obviously, where it started, the highlights. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah. First started doing music and listening to music, grime music, garage, and a bit of original, bit of hip hop. Obviously, when I was in London, because at the time, around 1999, I moved to London for a couple of years, and I heard.
That's a long time.
You know what I'm saying?
1999.
So think about it. 1999, and I'm there. You know, primary school. Then I get to secondary school. That's like 2002, and I'm hearing this grime music, and I'm like, whoa, but I'm not thinking it's grime. I'm just hearing it, and I'm like, yo.
Who was out then though? Like, who was you listening to? I can't.
Right then, bang on.
Was it Dizzy Rascal?
It would have been Pay As You Go crew. It was Dizzy Rascal was about, but I wasn't catching him. He was actually from where I was staying. I was staying in that time, Bow, East London, and that's where apparently grime started and all that stuff. So, around that time I was into like Pay As You Go crew, So Solid crew, you know, the garage kind of vibe.
Love So Solid crew.
That's it. You know, they were in the charts at the time. So
not
like,
21 seconds though. I didn't like that one.
That was a bit cheesy compared to some stuff.
Haters was the song.
Okay, that one. Yeah, and then when I came to Liverpool, back to Liverpool, you know, I was just still gassed, you know what I mean? And I thought I was going to be the only one on this. But people were doing it there, same way, you know what I mean? And I just carried on and worked on my craft and got a little team together and just pressed on, you know. My family, my cousins, you know what I mean? Started off with them.
Yeah. So what was that little crew that you had? What was it called?
Do you know what? To be honest, it was actually the first one when I came back to Liverpool. It was called TKC. Yeah. I was like the first crew, but it was just like me and my cousin spitting, and then there was a few other crazy kids. And then from there, I just went with my cousins, and we called it G-Fam. And then it went on from there.
Yeah. So obviously you've done the thing with your cousin. TKC was that?
That was before a little street kind of running around.
G-Fam. So what happened from there? Where did you go from there? From G-Fam?
So from G-Fam, it was like went to GOTE. This took a few years, like maybe like 5 years of recording and realizing some people want to do music, some people don't want to do music. Let's just get everyone that wants to do the music and change this into something else, you know.
What does GOTE stand for?
It stands for Grime of the Earth, yeah.
Grime of the Earth, man. Exactly. So, and you have to, would you say Grime of the Earth is like a group, or would you say it was like a collective?
Like a collective, you know.
Yeah.
but it's turned into more of a group now. But everyone still focuses on their thing. I think it's stronger when everyone's doing their thing at point, you know.
So who are the members in the collective?
Right now, it is myself, Gullyman Dread, Ronnie Biggs.
I'm seeing Ronnie Biggs for years, lad.
He's working all the time, but you know, he's still there. And Alyssa, I'd say right now that's what it is, you know. And then we've got a few people that come and go, you know what I'm saying. But right now, in contact, that's it, man.
So obviously, what are you looking at doing now? So we've talked about where you've come from, where you've been in the middle. What's your goals now?
To start releasing music and press hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I've been running around the city for years. As you just told me, let me know. But sometimes you forget how long you've been in it. So you know what I mean. So now it's time to like just really start putting the music out there, turn it into a proper label, releasing music, get some shows, and of course we want to tour the world. You know, but we can start off small. You know, touring.
Everything that you've just said to me, that just sounds exactly what you need to be doing. You know, I think that you will be successful in doing it.
Yeah, man.
Do you get me? So just keep your mind focused and keep moving forward with it. You know what I mean? But you've got, well, not you. You've got a project coming out.
Yeah.
It's a video. It's dropping on Link Up TV. 28th of Jan, and it's called Riding Loose.
Yes, 28th of Jan.
So let's start with the song itself. What's Riding Loose about?
Riding Loose for me is about point in my life because I feel like I've been treading, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, like being a bit too careful. Sometimes you can be too careful.
Yeah, you can.
So I feel like it's just like, oh, fuck it, you know, it's time to ride loose now. It's time to just let it all out, man. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the point I was feeling when I was writing the song, and that's how I was feeling. Yeah.
So it's about letting yourself go a little bit
more. Just riding loose. Sometimes you need to just get out there and hit the gas brake.
Why do you think you've been treading though? Why do you think that you've been a little bit, you know, have you hit a few hardships that have knocked you a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. It's like, I just feel like, you know, sometimes you can analyse things because I'm an artist, but I feel like I'm a producer as well.
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to, you know,
you're being
analyse
critical
of myself, my music, looking at it, you know, listening to it. When I make it, it's fire, but the next day I'm like, I don't know if this is the one, you know. What
about the video? How did the video come about? Obviously, I know it's on Link Up TV.
Yeah.
But what was the idea with the video for people who are looking forward to see it?
Yeah, big up Gez. He's been trying to get me to do a video for so long, you know. If it wasn't for him, I probably would. He's one of the peers that actually kick-started me into thinking, come on lad, get it together. And it was like, he just came along and just said, yo, let's do the video. Let's just get a video done, you know. And I went recorded the track. CT recorded it for me. I sent it to Gez. He was like, yeah, let's do it. He's been, because I think he used to rap as well, so now he's doing videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So he's like, he really wants to push it out. And so creative now. Yeah. So it's like, he just wants to push my music out. So that's where that come from, really. And we just went and shot a few scenes on Granby Street. Yeah. And at my yard, just quick thing.
Yeah, it's good. But it's getting it out there, isn't it? That's the main thing.
That's it.
Content creation.
Yeah. I've sent a few videos as well to Link Up and that, and it never was successful. So I'm just, this one, that's another thing that's, Grime Daily, Link Up TV, you know.
You've sent videos and they've not accepted it?
Yeah, before, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
that makes no sense.
It doesn't, does it? But it's just the way it goes sometimes.
Like, some of the stuff that they put on them channels.
Exactly. And that's another thing that can kind of make you think, whoa, what's going on here? Is it me? Is it to do with me? Is it to do with what's going on? But this one's tick the boxes apparently. So
who did I see on one of them channels the other week? Or it must have been the other month. It was some kid got up and performed at Glastonbury. He performed.
Dave.
It was Dave's lyrics.
Dave's I forgot his name.
What's it called?
I know what
it's
you
mean. It's a French player, isn't it?
Yeah.
French football player. I can't even think, lad.
Thiago Silva.
That's it, Thiago Silva. And then next minute he was on, I think, one of them channels.
Yeah. I think he got a deal or something after the.
Like, he's not even a rapper, bro. Do you
get me? Exactly.
Exactly. Wind you up.
Yeah.
But other than this, Ride and Loose, you've got a new single coming out.
Yeah.
Number 8. It's going to be on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, all that. So, obviously, let's go into that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Once again, you know, big up Tubbs on the production, because I went by his and I heard the beat and I thought, woo, I've got a few tunes with him. That's all. But this one, when I heard, I was like, yeah. And it's a bit slightly slower than my average grime tempo, so I was able to get my words out, and it was just like, yeah.
I've never heard of Tubbs. Who's Tubbs?
Tubbs, he's a Liverpool producer.
Yeah.
Does grime music. He's on the circuit quite a lot, you know, performing one in the Baltic and had a few gigs in Manchester, so I just kind of, you know, jumped on board. And he was just like, once again, he was another person that drew me out. Was like, come on Rugz, man, do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and then finally got it and it clicked, man.
Well, doesn't that tell you something as well? That if all these creatives are saying, come on Rugz, come on Rugz.
Exactly.
Clearly you've got something that you inspire people with 100%. In order for them to want to get you out and work, and know what I mean?
1000%.
So I think that these projects that are coming up are going to be fire.
100%, man. Respect, bro.
So this number 8, what's it saying? Well, like, what I mean is, what are you talking about? And the other one, Ride and Loose, you're talking about, you know, being a bit more free. This one, what are you saying in it?
This one is, if you want to be honest, it's kind of the same as Ride and Loose. I feel like I'm still on that I'm still burning off that one, but this one goes a bit more into depth of like how I'm feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like the beat was slower, I wrote it there on the spot. He played the beat, I was like, yo, let's go. And I was just writing. I was in the mood, and I think it's the same thing. Number 8's like Steven Gerrard, you know what I'm saying? And that's like basically like.
Is that what it means, Steven Gerrard?
Well, number 8, Steven Gerrard plus 8, Toxteth. I kind of fuse it together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got 8 on my back, like. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I'm putting it across, and it's like, that's once again. I'm, you know, I say, what do I say in the living? You know, could he's like leave it, but I got 8 on my back like Stevie. You know what I'm saying? It's So it's like, you know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling. It's like I'm still on attack mode. It's like, we're like, alright, just calm down. But I'm feeling like, I've got to press on and get these goals in, and you know, still on that mode. But like I say, when I'm writing the lyrics and you hear it, it's a bit more in depth of my mind state rather than just bars.
Yeah. That sounds good, lad. So it's like Steven Gerrard, Liverpool FC, but LA Toffee.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think these projects that you've got coming out are going to be fire, bro. When they come out, drop me. I'll share a link on that, obviously. Right, so you were last month. You were doing something for Kitchen Street. I've missed this. Do you know what? I've been that busy, lad, with everything that's going on. That I didn't even know that Kitchen Street were under attack, lad. So, do you want to tell me about that?
Yeah, apparently I don't know the ins and outs of it because I haven't, you know, but because of where I've been going to Kitchen Street. Well, let's start. I've been going to Kitchen Street for a little while, you know, attended some of the nights because they put on some good music, you know what I'm saying? Some underground music, some music maybe not in the charts, but you know, and sometimes that's good, you know, to get out there, you know. And apparently they're under attack because where they are, the building student accommodation, you know the way it is in Liverpool, everywhere, every place is student accommodation now. So it's like save Kitchen Street kind of thing. And to be honest, they have been saying that for a few years. I don't know if they're saying it because, you know, trying to bring in that, what, you know, it looks so. You can see the buildings are above it, and it looks, you can tell what's going on.
And so the sound as well. You can't play music after a certain time.
After the certain time, and that happened one of my mates' places on Seal Street, in Casimir. They were under attack, you know what I mean? So they had to shut their whole building down and build it to the front, but they have to shut that too. And you know, it's ruining people like us that like to play into them hours. You know, we like to start at 12 and go on. You know, it's ruining that kind of stuff. So save the Kitchen Street. Once again, Tubbs was performing there, and he said, "Come along." And I was there with me and Wavy Joe and my friend Tardas. We just went down there and laced it down and had the students going crazy, man. Yeah.
Sick. So, did Kitchen Street do well on the night? Did they manage to? Was it just promotion? Was it, or were they trying to raise?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of it. I just know that it saved Kitchen Street, and I went down there, and we've hosted a few shows because we put on Grime and Ava put on like 1, 2, 3 shows, and we've held them in Kitchen Street. So, you know.
It's a good venue
It's
for
a
it.
good venue, yeah.
We've had a good few shows in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Is speaking of venues, while we're on the venue situation, what's been your best performances? Obviously, you've got like 16, 17 years of it. What's been your best performance and your best venue that you've done?
Well, it's mad as well because Chase is in there in the back, and yeah, we worked with him on the Urban Idol. I have to admit, you know what? As far as like the where we was, it was in a theatre, you know, so that was amazing. You know what I mean? I enjoyed that. I think that's probably like one of the what I can think of right now. It's been like one of the most epic performances I had because it was one of the first as well. So
we argue in this office every week over this Urban Idol because
every week. I can't remember who won. But yeah,
I managed to get Chase to admit that it was a fix.
Yeah. Okay.
So we on it every week.
All right then.
Watching you, Chase.
All right, Chase. Then. Nah, but of course I understand all them things.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just think it's funny because he hates it when I wind him up. You know what I mean? Right. What do you do when you're not rapping? So obviously, like gym, hobbies, computers. You know what I mean?
Started the gym back again. Play a bit of footy on the weekend, and just a little thing.
Who's you play for?
Only 5-a-side and 5 get down, just keep fit, you know what I'm saying? It's important to keep fit. I sweat there, I'm like that. But you know what, I feel good after it, you know what I'm saying? Might get a little goal in there, you know what I'm saying? It keeps me going. Yeah, I'm a dad as well, so I just look after my kids, try and see them as much as possible, you know. I'm studying at the moment as well. I've just started studying this year music business, you know what I mean? So I want to learn a bit more about that side of things.
Have you gone to college or uni?
Uni is uni, yeah. It's a 2-year course, man. So, but it's like crammed into one. So constantly work. And apart from that, you know what? My laptop and PC's down at the minute, but I've got an iPad and I've been making beats and you can make 5 beats on the iPad. I didn't even know. I only figured this out literally 2 months ago. Like you can make 5. So I've been producing and writing.
I haven't got the patience for it.
No, I don't blame you.
Do you know what, right?
Yeah.
2006, I built a recording studio in my house. I bought Reason, instruments, everything. Spent like 2 months trying to make beats, and then I sold it all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, get rid of it. I'd rather select them, know what I mean?
Exactly, 100%.
Hats off to you for that.
Yeah, no, getting back on it, man.
Right. This part of the show, every week we have like a sick list. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've done them for sick list for photo shoots, singles, sick list for tours. This one I've done for you because you've got a new music video coming out. It's the top 5 things you need to shoot a music video as an artist.
Top 5 things you need to shoot a music video. Definitely the camera, you know what I'm saying? You can't deny that.
Director.
You know what I'm saying? Director, and a good one, because I've had people in the past who I've paid a lot of money for and they just stand there and just look at you, do you know what I'm saying? And that's okay, I don't mind that, but it's good to have someone that can be like, stand over there because that doesn't look good, or move over there, you know what I'm saying? So you need a good director.
Just a quick one, Bob, we're still on this, I have this argument every week with regards to engineers with recording music, right? So when you're going in the studio and you're recording a track, there's nothing worse than when the engineer, when you say, how does that sound? And he goes, don't know, how does it sound to you? Like, mate, you're meant to be invested in the project, know what I mean?
Honestly, I feel like the engineer is the #1 guy in the studio. Obviously, the artist is great, but the engineer sets the mood, he sets everything, the beats, you know what I mean? He edits it, he can listen out for things that you couldn't hear. Yeah. He's the #1 guy in it, so if you got the engineer right,
then
you're winning. It doesn't even matter even if you're not that good. I think if the engineer can...
You have to be half decent, you'll make it sound good. Yeah. Anyway, sorry for dropping that one in.
Alright.
So, first one was director, camera guy.
Director, camera guy. I reckon you should have your own merchandise in there, you know, your own t-shirt, you know what I mean, showing what you got.
Plug away.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know, something to drink, you know, something to relax you, you know what I'm saying? Something to just get you that, you know what I mean? Something to just make you feel...
So alcohol or water?
You know what I'm saying? It could be either. Yeah, I've had both, I'm not going to lie. I've been to ones where I've been like, yeah, it's time for alcohol, let's turn up, and then I've been one to ones like, I just need to just relax and make sure that, you know, I'm keep going, just let me keep a bottle of water, just something just to keep you fresh and relaxed. And,
I always get scared when I'm shooting a music video. I always come across as like a dead confident person,
yeah.
But when it's time to shoot a music video, I always crap myself.
Oh yeah.
And I'm always like, quick, game face.
Yeah, I remember being like that all the time, and it frustrated me. I'd be like that, you know, and then as soon as the camera come, I'd be like, rap. It just doesn't come out the same, but yeah, it's just constant, just keep it, you know. Two more. So we've got a video, guys, something to relax you right down. Could have some night. I said clothes. Oh yeah, and I said clothes in it. So, there's nothing wrong with some nice females in there. You know what I mean? They don't have to be naked. They don't have to be. You know what I mean? They really don't have to be. It's just nice to see. You know what I'm saying? It's nice.
Is your missus gonna be watching this?
Oh no, she's not gonna be watching this. You know what I'm saying? She promotes me, man. She backs me, man. Everything I do. But yeah, some nice females. Where else? And just a little bit, maybe like, you know, a good scenery.
Yeah, you need scenery,
good
bro.
Scenery.
I'm not talking about rapping in forest.
No,
so that's gonna look.
Yeah, you know what
set
I mean?
it off. Yeah.
Man.
That's a sick list. That's why it's called a sick list, lad.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna hit you out to the blue now, lad. I do it to everyone, every show. Freestyle.
Okay.
You do it top of the dome. You can do 16 bars, whatever you've got. We got a freestyle on the show now. Acapella
style.
Yeah.
Yo, just get some grime bars right now and it goes, yo. I said front to the back. Man, I like, Rugz, how'd you flow like that? I've been doing this thing from there, you daft, man. Don't flow that way's naff, and inside, outside, running all tracks for my step in the room, and running this gaff. I've been grimy since 02 way back, then I hollered that RC jumped on a graft, to be jumped on a graft. Bare tracks get smashed in a rave, bare bums get grabbed with a booth for the DJ, keeping it Ags trainers, black hoodie on, keeping it rags. I said, show me the bags, don't do, show me the. Then when the front is putting on an app, man, I kill it with the flow. I'm bringing it back, man, kill it with the flow. I'm damaging tracks. Then when I slow, I'm traveling fast. Get in my way, get well up and backed. Think I'm not having that, I'm not having this. Man, get wrapped if I try giving jib. Yo.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was a few explicit.
Yeah, I seen that, bro. Fire, bro.
Yeah, man, just a quick one. You know what I'm saying?
It's always a hard acapella as well, isn't it? When you're not riding
the pressure's on, man.
But, sick, bro.
Yeah,
sick
man.
freestyle. I want to talk a little bit about, because I know that you're passionate about the streets. Obviously, you've come from the streets, Rugz, all that. You've been the boy. Let's talk a little bit about the kids in Liverpool.
Yeah.
You know, you've been there. What should they be doing? Like, what I mean is, like, you know, staying out of trouble, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So
gotta keep the head down. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, keep it up. You know, be wary of what's going around you, but you've got to keep your head in your books, or, you know, if you're doing your footy, or if you're doing your whatever you're doing, man, just do it and stay away from hanging on the street corners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people be getting got on the street corners that have nothing to do with it. So it's important that you stay focused, get in the gym, work on your body, eat right. You know, if you do all these little things that seem, you know, you won't even have time to be chilling on the street and all that, and chilling with the wrong people that you know are only want to bring you down to their level. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy thing to do, because sometimes your friends are your friends, and sometimes it can be your friend that's doing all the madness. But you've got to see the dangers.
Well, what would you suggest then for someone who is going through that? So, say for instance, I don't know, young guy, his name is John. He's 14 years old. All his mates are chonging, smoking weed. They're trying to rob cars, things like that. You know, if you know yourself, if you move away from the head, they're gonna.
Exactly.
Do you get me? They're gonna start targeting you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what would you suggest? What's the best thing to do?
You know what? I feel like you gotta be at peace with yourself. You get me? You gotta be ready to spend time by yourself and separate yourself away and not care what people think. That's the problem, innit? You grow up in school, you gotta have the latest trainers, you gotta have this sick jacket, this, that, and the other. It comes from that, and then you wanna hustle to do that. You wanna get that girl, and you wanna fight and blah blah. Escalate before you know it. But I feel like you've gotta be prepared to just say no. you know, turn off your phone, not look at Instagram for a bit, you know,
Yeah.
stop. You know what I mean? Just stay indoors and chill for a bit and get your head right and, you know, think what you want, not what, you know, what your mate wants, or you want to do it just because your mate says he wants to do it. Think what you want in life. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Because you might have kids, and it's all right risking your life walking around. You know what I mean? Because you got to dodge this and that, but you can't dodge people when you got to push prams and you got kids in the back of your car. You know what I mean? You've got to think of your future. Think of your future.
Yeah.
Your future. 100%. Yeah, so I just say stay focused, get an education. You know what I'm saying? Find ways to make money legitimately as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? And just
Which there is, isn't it?
yeah, there's loads of ways. There's loads of ways. There's you know, I see some people doing all that hustle, you know, on the street, they're not hustling, and they could make the same amount of money as just getting a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of all the risks that it adds up, you might as well just get a job, stick your head down, and you can look at you can plan your life out, go on holiday. You know, you can plan, you know, with a schedule, build a schedule, go to the gym 2000. It's about
Without
building
looking
that,
out,
you know
without
what I
looking
mean?
over your shoulder.
Yeah. Build a schedule and stick to it.
Nah, man, I felt that, you know, I felt that speech, that was from the heart. Do you know what I mean?
Trust me.
I can feel that, lad.
Trust me, bro.
Let's go into the grime scene, UK.
Yes.
I've been speaking about this a lot. I had Paisley B.
Paisley By,
Paisley B, and
Okay,
artist
sorry.
name is, real name's Paisley By, but an artist name's Paisley B. And we had,
big on Paisley By, man.
she was talking about some of the artists she's feeling in the grime scene and that as well.
Yes.
A favourite artist, I don't know whether you could call him a grime artist. I don't know, Stormzy, is he a grime artist? Is he not a grime artist?
I
Or is he?
know. Yeah.
So let's have a little chat about this. Should we start with Stormzy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's start with
Go on.
Stormzy. I think, first of all, you know, when your mum says, "Ooh, who's that lad?" You get me? You have to kind of sit there and think, you know what? He's doing all right for himself. You get me? You know what I'm saying? Oh, my mum knows him, my nan knows him. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing all right. Does he make the grime music I grew up listening to and the grime music I have on my, you know, my phone and listen to? No, he does not. But that doesn't mean I don't think he does grime, because he still does grime. I think them freestyles in the park, to me, that was grime. That took it back to, you know, the essence of just being in a circle and spitting bars. He's definitely a grime artist, you know.
Would you say he's commercialised grime?
There you go. That's what I was trying to get to. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, it's not the underground. It's commercial grime.
Yeah.
Which once again I don't listen to, but there is a space out there for it, because, like I say, it brings all them other people that, you know, might not have listened to grime, and then they might listen to Stormzy, and then listen to Wiley, listen to.
And then they get lost in the
Next
rabbit
Minute,
hole.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's doing well. He's doing good.
Who else do you think? Obviously, me personally, I think at the minute there's no one out there doing it like him. But what I mean is, because it's not just the music. If you look at the business side of it, his business game is actually bigger than his music game right now.
Yeah,
He's just set up a publishing company for books, for children's books as well.
Ooh.
He's got an airplane company.
Airplane company.
Did you not know?
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
he's
Bro.
got his own airplane company,
Yeah.
publishing company, license company. He's got all these other little businesses which no one knows because they only follow the music. But he's getting the money from the music and he's putting into the businesses, and these businesses are what's creating the revenue, which he can then use to put back in the music. And it's like a circle.
100%.
Who else do you think's like maybe close to what he's doing at the minute?
Within like the grime kind of
Yeah.
He's close to doing what he's doing. Woo, I don't know what it is, you know, off the top of my head, to be honest. I mean, there's some good artists out there. There's a lot of artists, but as far as like putting your own festival together, I can't think of.
I forgot about the festival.
You know what I
That's
mean?
another
Making
business
Fest,
deal.
That's
Festival.
crazy. About,
Do you know what I
that's
mean?
like, I just don't think there is anyone. And obviously, I feel like the game will only let a few certain people from the grime scene have that position.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think he's the only one that can have that position right now, because he's trusted
commercial.
and he's commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so.
Who's popping then? Obviously, other than Stormzy. I know Wiley's trending at the minute.
Big up Wiley, man. You know what I'm saying? I like that clash, and I thought Wiley brought it back.
Yeah.
Out of it, I thought that was a boss clash. You get me as well. I thought he brought what Wiley does. He brings the best out of everyone, even if for whatever reason he started. But when I was, you know, what I think is actually popping, and meant to say Dot Rotten. I think he's a bit under the radar.
Yeah.
Apparently, he even started the whole clash off. Apparently, you know what I'm saying? Because he went back and forth with Dot, and then while he went on a mad one, you know what I'm saying? I think it's all a bit.
Well, like Chinese whispers, like he's
exactly.
gone back when Storms, he said this about you.
So
Well, he
like
said this
that,
about
basically,
you.
Basically, he stirred up the pot, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's not real. I feel like it's all. I think they've all got albums coming out, so I think it's all been, you know.
Have you seen DW on the IKEA advert?
How could I not mention that? That's crazy.
I was like, this is like the nicest sounding advert I've ever seen. Like, it was like, oh, I can't even remember the lyrics now. It's like, get that couch is rotten and all stuff like that.
Yeah. But at the end of the dance, the dinosaur. Like that's a big check. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like as good for me as going number one, really. It meant not as good as number one, but you know,
it's getting them out there.
It's nice.
He's been quiet for a minute, and so it's a bit of a boost. And I'm sure it would have got him 1 or 2 bookings from promoters as well. So, who are your guys that you're listening to at the minute? Like, who've you got in your playlist?
The last 2 tracks I listened to was actually the last track was Young. I think Young Teflon. I was listening to him. Scraps. I was just listening to him. And who else? Yeah, that's it really. I mean, it's not coming to me. When I walk away, I'll be like, oh shit. But right now, it's not coming to me. You know, like I said. I don't even know, you know, bro.
I think French Montana is my number one playlist artist at the minute. I don't know, I just like him, lad. I know he's not the best rapper. He's not lyrical.
I like him. Even Max B as well. I listen to the Max B mixtapes. The way they started the wave, man. That wave music, they started that.
What are your top influences in life? No, not just music, but like things that you've gone, hey, I'm gonna put that into my being, like I don't know, like maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Lee, you know, something.
Yeah, I love Bruce Lee, man. I love Bruce Lee's philosophy. That helps me great. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he thinks and the way, you know, be water, be ready. I think that's a big be water, my friend. You know, I think that's a big, you know, what's the word?
It's a big quote.
Big quote.
Philosophy.
Philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Don't say solid, because I feel like even in the music game, whenever I've tried to stay solid and stick to one certain thing, something else has come along, and so I think you've got to be ready to be, you know, like adjust wherever.
Is it water? Adjust.
You know what I'm saying?
Become water. Adjust to the cup.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on right now, and that's a big.
So you reckon Bruce Lee's influenced you a little bit?
Influenced me. Yeah, where I'm from influences me. Like the stories of like Toxteth and you know the people that have come out of it, and you know.
There's some amazing people, bro. Over the past few years, I have spoke to some like poets that have toured the world, and some amazing people. Like I know, is it Anna Rodriguez just become the mayor of Liverpool?
I met her over there.
Not just music, like
that's what I'm saying.
Just like business and social. There's so many people. You know what I mean?
It keeps me going. And, that and my kids, and that's it. Really.
And your kids, that's it. Man. Bruce Lee, Toxteth and your kids. There you go. Sorted, lad. Sorted. So, you know, you're here promoting the new projects. Riding Loose dropping the 28th of January on Link Up TV. Do go check that out. Anything you want to say before we tune out, bro? You want to plug anything? What are your socials to let everyone know?
Follow me at Rugz Fam. You know, if you want to see what I'm up to daily, you know, I try and post on my stories as much as possible. Me eating breakfast, whatever I'm doing, I don't know. You know, follow me, Rugz Fam, Twitter, Rugz Fam. That's it for now. You know, just keep up to date. I'm going to be dropping these and a lot more coming this year. I'm going to try and drop at least a tune a month. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on it like that. You know what I'm saying?
And you're on, and he's on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, iTunes, as well as YouTube as well. So
100%.
Obviously follow him on his socials, but do check the music out. Get it in your playlist and plug that. Okay. But this is my guy. He's been Rugz. I've been Royzy Rothschild. This is Liverpool City. This is Condor Online. The Shakedown. And I'll see you again next week. Nice one. Peace.
one hand on my juice, I'm sick of them youths. MC produce, yeah, I fuck with the loops. I come true, hands in the air, blood, I ain't got no excuse. Nah, I ain't got no excuses, but it all seems so useless when everything found gets lost, and everything Rick gets tarnished, and everything built gets destroyed. I'm saving the points of a decimal place till I had to get it in. I was hungry while the rest don't ate, but bigger my mum, she got it in some way. Bigger my mum, she got it in some way, and she passed down them traits. Young boy, it's never too late. You can get it in from an eighth of a whole pie. You can expand with an eighth for your whole mind. Trail and thought, that's a gold mine. Me, I go in like home time. City lifestyle, now I don't do bandos. Still them raps get wrapped like Nando's, and anywhere I go, fam gang goes. I ain't gotta say too much, look man, no. And if for the gang, man, do it for the fam though. Man wanna know what I've been for the past 10 years? I was out in the pool, living my life like Django. How times have changed since caterpillar culture. Still, look, I see the vultures, visit the ocean, right where the coast is. Watch the waves, put plans in motion, then I get back to business. Targets come like a hit list. Look man, you don't get ticked off, fan, you're ticking off and pick your wrist off. Don't get your shit crossed, Rugz is a big boss. Straight out the Toxteth roads. Rap on the